What's going on, people? I wonder if Nintendo dropped a mega bomb, would Sony or would Microsoft be able to survive? The Switch is very unique, and I just thought of this, so follow me here, okay? And the reason I say that this system being the weakest could blow the other two out of the water, even if it doesn't have 4K or fucking 60 frames a second, even if it doesn't do that, what if Nintendo decided they wanted to be serious about this console? Because just think of all the games that can come to the Switch, and not just the new generation now. That's the first thing. Everybody keeps talking about, oh, well, we'll never see Doom or Skyrim or any of that shit. Skyrim's already here, which means, hey, a game that was on the PS3 and the 360 can run on the Switch and look damn good. That opens the doorway for a lot of those fucking games. If you go all the way up to the 360 and the PS3 and the Wii U, including the Wii, holy shit, do you understand the potential of how many games the Switch could literally have? Dude, it is almost fucking endless. Okay? There's no reason that Assassin's Creed 1 all the way up to fucking, I believe Rogue was the last Assassin's Creed game on that generation, if I'm not mistaken. Unity, Syndicate, and Origins are the ones that are on this generation particular. You have Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4, Assassin's Creed Rogue, and of course there's also the Assassin's Creed Enzo trilogy. All those games could go on the Switch if they wanted to. See what I'm saying? Also, you have games like Kingdom Hearts. Like I said before about Kingdom Hearts, they should just put those on there. Those games, I'm not talking about the HD remakes, although yes, with the PS3 they did have an HD version, so yes, the HD remake that was on PS3 could go on the Switch. You feel what I'm saying? Just think, like, if you just think of that for like 10 seconds, your mind's gonna fucking explode. You feel what I'm saying? If you took every game from every generation up to the PS3 and 360 and decided to just throw them at the Switch, the library, holy fuck, would be the biggest library of all time. And I don't mean just third party. Look at Nintendo. Nintendo could go back with the 3DS, the DS, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Color, Game Boy in general. They could go with the Super Nintendo, the 64, even the GameCube, and yes, even the Wii, and use all those games, just revamp them a little bit, you know, do a little touch up here and there, and throw them at the Switch. This would be like Nintendo's biggest library, along with biggest console probably of all time, if they did that. Because while yes, the Switch is not the most powerful thing on the market, there's potential there for the library to be infinite. Just infinite. Look at how many games are through history, and look at where the Switch sits. They don't need this generation games that come out on Xbox One and PS4. If they just decided, let's go back in the day and grab Zelda Ocarina of Time, and let's make the graphics as pretty as they can be for the Switch. Let's go back and grab Mario 64 and do the same thing. Let's go back and grab Earthbound. Let's go back and grab Ninja Gaiden. Let's go back and grab Chrono Trigger. Those games. And just touch them up. Make them look a little bit prettier now that you have the, you know, technology to do that. Make them look as good as they can on the Switch. Dude, Nintendo would dominate if they did that. I think personally they're not going to, because they want to make sure they don't just obliterate the fuck out of them. And you can say what you want to on that statement and be like, oh, that's not true because Xbox and PS4 have a shit ton more games. But how many games exactly can the PS4 play from previous generations without having to buy into PlayStation Plus's rental service? It's nowhere near as big as if Nintendo did that. Even Xbox can't even do that because they control how many and what title is going to be backwards compatible. If Nintendo decided we want all the third parties to go grab an old school title and we're going to touch it up and we're going to re-release it on the Nintendo Switch, dude, so many fucking games would get rejuvenated and they'd find out, oh, we need to make more of this game or we need to make more of that game. Especially with games, like I said, from the 3DS or PlayStation 1 or PS2, because those games I don't see having a problem running on the hardware of the Switch. Think about it, Devil May Cry on the Switch? Why not? That would be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and even DMC. That's 5 Devil May Cries that you could have on the Switch if they did this. You see what I'm saying? There's like an unlimited amount of possibility here. It's like your favorite game of your favorite retro system could be on the Switch. You see what I'm saying? So why don't they do that? Personally, I think they should. That way the library just becomes infinite. Yes, Xbox would die. I'm sorry, they would just die because Uncle Phil, you might have prepared for the future, but in this scenario, you didn't prepare for the right now. You see what I'm saying? Even if Xbox went back and said every game from the 360, including the original Xbox, is backwards compatible, fuck anyone who doesn't like it. Even if they did that, they still would not be able to survive a Nintendo overhaul of any game from any generation except for the one we're in now. You see what I'm saying? Dude, their stock would increase overnight. People would be flooding the stores. You see what I'm saying? And I know it sounds crazy, yes, and it's my own opinion, but dude, we're talking, I got over 150 plus games on my Xbox original. I got 32, I think, on my PS2, and I got 20 on the fucking GameCube. Every single one of those games could see like a little revamp, like a little definitive edition thing for the Switch. That's a lot of fucking titles. And excuse me, no, I'm not saying that they need to forget about current gen here. I'm just saying that would increase 10, if not 20-fold more than they expect now. You see what I'm saying? And this is a free piece of advice, Nintendo. Hopefully you guys take a little bit of it. Reggie, come on, man. That just makes sense. If it makes sense, you're going to make dollars. So that would be the best way to go. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope someone somewhere has an idea like that because, Jesus, there's a lot of franchises that are no longer around. I would love to see another Breath of Life and, you know, possibly from that breath actually be able to go on more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm waiting for another Conduit game. I love those games. And because the Switch has motion controls, and it doesn't matter whether you're on the TV or it's in handheld mode, you can use the motion controllers. You know, there's so the fucking possibilities are fucking insane when you have this kind of thought. Like I said, you don't have to like the Nintendo generations regardless, but dude, I don't see why any game that wasn't really a Wii U double screen experience like the Star Fox game, God forbid that game ever see light of day again, came to the Switch. Think of how big that library would be. Think how many games you would run out right now and rebuy just because, oh, it's on a handheld portable device that is actually worth having and runs games really well. You would run out and probably go broke tonight. You'd end up in debt tonight if that happened. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I just want to put that out there, man, and we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.